Okay, trade breakdown for the 13th of May. Let's get into it. Let's get straight to business. On the 1 hour, we can see if I go down, this close here was a big close for me. We inverse this, we close below here. I was going to think about taking shorts for the day instead of longs. However, we came down, we tested the area, buyers won the auction, put price higher, which was good. That's what I wanted to see go into the day. As well as this, what I did, now you can actually see everything that's going on. I put my standard deviation near midnight open when it loads. So if we zoom in, select the broke structure to the downside. So I plotted that out, and we can see that -4 aligns with the VWAP as well as where price tapped. So I wanted to see price respecting this level in order for us to output our bullish bias for the day. And as well as this, I added my ETH profile to look for any areas of interest for the day. And we can see that the value area low aligns with around where this -2.5 was. And as much as we did extend down back, we were not down there for too long. We came straight back up. We rebalanced, which was really nice. That's what I really wanted to see. Looking on the RTH, we can see here that we actually opened the 9:30 session above, which I will get a video on this as well, which will come out tomorrow. That in summary, on the RTH, if you open above the value area high, the bias for the day is bullish. And I've figured this out through testing, and so far it's been working pretty well, which is good. But that was also my other conviction. Okay, so the overall setup today was actually a continuation, an LVN continuation setup for order flow. So let's go over exactly what happened here so we can break this down. So I was paying attention to this area here. This was a very key area for me because as we came down here, obviously we touched -4 on the standard deviation, which was great. We also wicked VWAP, which is also good. So I wanted to see this pullback, and probably around this point here, around 10 o'clock open, I said to myself, I want to see a push above here because we had this area of low volume on the book map, which I'll get up now. Okay, so this area is not low volume anymore, but this was the area on the book map that was low volume. And as you can see, we pushed past it. We created a new high, and I wanted to see a retrace come back down into the zone to push higher. So I wanted to see that tap, and I was looking at around the 24s as an entry. So I put my fib from this swing high, the broke structure to the upside, and I wanted to see a retrace into the zone, which also aligned with the first band of the VWAP. So I had my limit here, got tapped in. I had my stops below true day open. So the position would look something like this. Position was here. I got out around 31.5, so it was not amazing, but it was a 1 to 2 pretty much. I was aiming for midnight open, however, I started trailing a bit early just because of what I was seeing on the book map. However, it did play out really nicely, which was what I was happy with. We got that wick down. I nearly got stopped out. I think it was something like that actually, a 1 to 3. Yeah, it was something like that. And then yeah, we rallied up, which was really nice. We had that good close. And that was the end of the first trade, and I did take one more. Just before we do that, though, I'll show you the execution so you can actually see. And for my peace of mind as well, I can see. Okay, so cool. Look, come down here. 25 was my entry, around there. And I was around one tick away from getting stopped out here. So if I put my entry here, do this properly. It was probably something like this. And I got out at around, what did it say, 28. Okay, so it's a 1.4R trade. Nothing too crazy, but just from what I was seeing on Bookmap, I was not happy with the move. And I would have been really close to break even if I did hold this out. In terms of the second trade, it was the same sort of idea. I plotted the fib on the 1 minute. Go down to the 1 minute, we can see this here. I had my fib from this low to this high. Could have waited definitely more for a more discounted price. However, I took it off the equilibrium range. And yeah, so we came down. I was also close to getting stopped out again. My stops were just below there. I was playing for this high up here, and I scaled out of this high. 2 contracts out there, and I let it run. Came back. We tapped midnight open. Very, very unfortunately, as you can see, if I zoom in a bit further, I got stopped out here. Price did come even more into a discounted area, but then it came all the way back up and it went flying. So yes, I managed to secure some profits off of this little scale out there. However, we did hit break even and we did rally straight up after. But in terms of a day of trading, it was really nice. I pretty much predicted the whole move, which was also great. So can't complain. We secured some profits. Don't want to have a day when, we don't either secure profits or we have a really dead day where it's boring price action and then you take an unoptimal trade that's not viable and you just lose. So overall good day. Going to come back tomorrow and we're going to smash it again.